Hey, hey, what's up? Welcome to today's video. I have 5 products from the brand Juvia's Place that I'm going to be reviewing while I get ready today. Juvia's Place is a Black-owned makeup brand, and so I will be adding this video to a playlist that I've recently created on my channel. It's just called Black-owned makeup brands. It's no secret that there has been a lot of civil unrest in the United States as of late. And although I do have just a little tiny channel, I want to do my part in making sure that I highlight those Black-owned businesses. I just want to be as good of an ally to the Black community as I possibly can be. So definitely check up on that playlist if you are interested to know some more Black-owned makeup brands. Some of them are big brands that are very well known, like Fenty. Y'all know I love my Fenty. I just ordered those little shiny lipsticks from Fenty. Ooh, I'm excited. But anyways, some of them are more well known, like Fenty, of course, and Juvia's Place, but I do have a couple videos up of smaller makeup brands like Girl Meets Makeup and Omolewa. And I've got a couple of lesser known Black-owned brands coming up soon that I'm gonna make videos on, as well as just some smaller indie brands that I'll be making videos on. So I just wanted to make sure that I point that out to you guys so that you can go check those videos out, or just check out the brand if you're like, I don't like your videos though, Haley, so that's fine, just go check out the brands. You know, even in just my little tiny obscure corner of YouTube, I have a little bit of an audience, so I want to make sure that I am highlighting these brands. Dropping stuff. So I just want to make sure that I am highlighting these brands to you guys at least. And if there are any other Black-owned makeup brands and or smaller indie brands that I should check out, definitely let me know. Well, obviously the Black community needs our support right now, but also just small businesses. It's a crazy world, it's crazy times. Let's just all help each other out, right? Like, how much more money does Revlon really need? Just kidding. Also, I did want to say that I put that Malcolm X video in that playlist because I used this palette in that video. This is by Ace Boutte, I believe is how it's pronounced. I used this palette in that video, and this is a Black-owned makeup brand. So that's why that video is on that playlist, in case anyone was wondering. But today is all about the wonderful world of Juvia's Place. So let's get started. So I already did the bulk of my eyeshadow look just for time's sake. I used my little Juvia's Place The Violets palette. This is the only eyeshadow palette from Juvia's Place that I have. Isn't that shameful? I really want to try I think it's called the Wahala palette. I just looked at their website the other day though, and it was sold out, so. But this palette, I actually made a video using, it was one of like the early videos on my channel. I'll link it if you want to watch that video. I did a very similar look to what I did today, but go check out that video if you want to know more about the palette. It's a great little palette. I like it. All right, so let's talk about the foundation. This is the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. And I have the shade Alexandria 650. It's not quite my right shade. Like, I can make it work. It's not a big deal. It's not that far off, but it's not 100% the shade that I would love to have of this foundation, but it is the shade that I do have, so it's what we're gonna use. This foundation is extremely full coverage. It's very much like a little bit of product goes a very long way. So I'm just gonna start with I'm gonna start with that much. Here we go. Very full coverage. What I appreciate about this foundation is that it is a matte foundation, it is a full coverage foundation. I find sometimes with matte foundations that are pretty full coverage, they'll dry down pretty quick, and so you kind of have to work quickly to get it blended out. This one doesn't really do that. It gives you a little bit of time to work with it, and a little bit of product blends out pretty far. You really do not need a lot, so start with just a little bit and kind of work your way up. It's definitely a long wear foundation. It wears very well. I'd say I trust this foundation for about 10 hours with no touch-ups or anything. If I'm having like a fully long day, if I'm gonna have a day like that where I don't know exactly when my day is gonna be over, I have one foundation that I always rely on for days like that. And that is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. That foundation will last me like a whole week. No. I definitely try not to wear makeup any longer. Ah! Just got foundation in my hair. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you can see how full coverage it is just from like this blank spot on my forehead to here. And this is why this isn't quite my shade. It's a little yellow for me. It's supposed to be just light with neutral undertones, but I tend to lean a bit more cool when it comes to undertones, so sometimes even if it's just neutral, it's still a little too yellow or too warm for me. What was I saying before my foundation hair crisis? Oh, my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. That foundation will easily get me through like a 16 hour day, like if I have to wear it for that long. This one I would say doesn't wear quite as well as the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, but it has more coverage than the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and it's still like a full day wear foundation. So this is a foundation that, especially if you're a babe on a budget, this is a very affordable foundation. It's $20 for one bottle of foundation. It's one full fluid ounce, which is normal, but you really, like, I'm still working with just that one tiny blob that we started with, and I still have product. And I'm like almost fully covered around my face. Like, this is gonna be one of those foundations that I'm gonna have to make a real effort to like work through the bottle, just because a tiny bit of product will get you so far with this one. It's very comfortable, very light. Okay, you guys, I have a question. Should I do like a tea time kind of video over here on my channel? Because there's been a lot of drama going on. I don't know if you know about it. Obviously a lot of drama, like globally, civil unrest, plague, etc., etc. But I'm talking about, you know, smaller scale drama that's like a little bit more innocuous in a way, I guess. And that is the Shane Dawson Jeffree Star drama. I've seen plenty of commentary videos talking about it, and I don't really like, I have some thoughts, not necessarily like to pass judgment on anyone or to like share my opinion on these people as people, but I don't know, I just have some thoughts on the whole thing on a more like philosophical, psychological type of level. Let me know if you would be interested in like a get ready with me where I talk about that kind of stuff. I also am planning another story time coming up, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I went really hard with the first few ones that I did, and I was like, oh, I can do one of these every week. It's actually quite a bit of research on my part, so I'm gonna slow down and kind of pace myself on those a little bit, but I do have another one coming. To whom it may concern. All right, so there's the foundation. I used up all of the product that I had on my hand, and honestly, it was still even a little bit more than I really needed. Now I also have the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in the shade 21. Now here's the thing about this concealer, you guys. Make sure that you learn your lesson from the foundation, because the concealer is the exact same way. I'm just gonna put like that, and that may have been too much. Boop boop. That's it. Because this stuff is the exact same way. Very full coverage, blends out very far. Little bit will get you a long way. And this concealer, for how full coverage it is, most full coverage concealers are a little bit much for me personally. Just the consistency is sometimes not light enough. I have very finicky under eyes, so I don't like to put anything that's too heavy. I don't like to be able to feel my concealer underneath my eye, you know? So I don't like thick, heavy concealers. This one is very full coverage, as you can see, but it is light enough. So it's not my 100% favorite concealer just because I am a little bit particular about concealers, but the same as the foundation, really, really good wear time, lots of coverage, and you don't need a lot of product. Really good bang for your buck on both the concealer and the foundation. Okay, let me get set real quick with my Omolewa setting powder. I have really been loving this one, you guys. So one thing I will point out about the foundation as well as the concealer is they're both very matte. So after I first get everything on, I'm always looking pretty dry. But for me, because I have oily skin, my skin will start to produce oil as the day goes on, you know, as I'm out and about, moving around, that kind of thing. And so it actually starts to look better after it's been on for a couple of hours for me personally. But everything does look very matte right after I put it on. But again, if you go in light with the product, it does have a very light, natural looking effect, I think. If you have dry skin, I don't know how well this would work out for you. I will say that when I wear this foundation, when my skin is more on the dry side, I just use a more hydrating primer like my Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, or I'll just use moisturizer, and that usually works pretty well for me. All right, let me finish up my eyes. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, recently some of their items were on sale at Ulta, so I picked up a couple of them. This is the Serafina blush. Really beautiful packaging, cute little compact with a little mirror. This blush, it's kind of like a coral peachy color of a blush. It's not my personal tone of blush, but it works and it's cute. Just because it's not like my personal preference, it's still a good blush. I will say that this blush has a little itty bitty bit of a sheen to it, but it's definitely buildable, so it's not gonna go on too heavy at first. The cuteness, and you can see it's got a little bit of a sheen. Ooh, my eyes are starting to hurt from all this light. I haven't even been doing this that long today. Cool. So the blush isn't my absolute favorite, but I do really love their highlighter. And again, the artwork of this brand, it's just beautiful, isn't it? The colors, the design, I'm really loving all of it. So this is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 3 by Juvia. It's also got a little mirror. This is actually a really nice highlighter. And this is one that you can like build it up too. So if you don't want like a total high shine, you can just do a little bit, or you can add more. Ew. So there's some highlighter. No highlighter, but remember the brush. The brush has a little bit of shine. Oh my god! The blush has a little bit of sheen. Words, you know? Super-de duper pretty. Voila! And I am ready to sit on my couch and work from home. So there we have it. Those are the 5 products that I have from Juvia's Place. All of the products that I have get my stamp of approval, especially the foundation and the concealer. I really like, well, the foundation. Concealer is not 100% my favorite, but I don't mind it. I love my Violets palette. We'll definitely need to be trying some more eyeshadow from Juvia's Place in the future. Let me know what other Juvia's Place products that I might need to try. I think it's such a great brand. I love the aesthetic. The products are all good, the ones that I've tried anyways. So let me know if there are any other Black-owned makeup brands or little indie brands or anything at all that I should try in my next video. Let me know if you'd like to do a little tea time or story time or whatever. Just let me know what you guys want to see. I am here for you. I aim to please. And on that note, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!